coffee, brandy and wine makes your cold disappear in no time. Then you dance and then you sing. You had a little sin, you've done everything. Coffee mocha, it's so popular all over. Both Americas, mocha mocha, and Java Java from New York and right back to Zanzibar. Little senoritas by the score gather around and they ask for more. When they get it, they're satisfied, for it does something to them inside. Coffee mocha, it's so popular all over. Both Americas, mocha mocha, and Java Java from New York and right back to Zanzibar. To Americans with cream it is a treat. The Turks like it thick and sweet. All over the world there's a mighty throng shouting and singing the coffee song. Coffee mocha, it's so popular all over. Both Americas, mocha mocha, and Java Java from New York and right back to Zanzibar. To Uruguay, in fact all over the USA. Early in the morning as you pass along, you can hear the people with this same old song. Coffee mocha, it's so popular all over. Both Americas, Java Java, and mocha mocha from New York and right back to Zanzibar.
Hold him, Joe, but don't let him go. Hold him, Joe, I said hold him, Joe. Hold him, Joe, but don't let him go. Me donkey want water.
Hold him, Joe.
You better hide your daughter.
Hold him, Joe.
When me donkey want water.
Hold him, Joe.
He went round the corner.
Hold him, Joe.
You can bet your life he's a heavyweight. This donkey of mine, he don't like no weight. When you put him in the cart, he never walks in. When he want his water,
hold him, Joe.
When me donkey want water,
hold him, Joe.
You better hide your daughter.
Hold him,
oh, when
Joe.
me donkey want water,
hold him, Joe.
jealousy. They want to take my donkey from me. They want to put my donkey in kung fu fight just because they know my donkey can fight. When he want his water,
hold him, Joe.
My donkey want water,
hold him, Joe.
You better hide your daughter,
hold him, Joe.
When my donkey want water,
hold him, Joe.
Say that my donkey bad because he came from Trinidad. This donkey of mine, he wouldn't walk at all. All he does is break the boards out his stall. When you want his water,
hold him, Joe.
You better hide your daughter.
Hold him,
oh, when
Joe.
my donkey want water,
hold him, Joe.
Oh, my donkey is thirsty.
Hold him, Joe.
My donkey want water.
Hold him, Joe.
My donkey want water.
Hold him,
oh, yes,
Joe.
my donkey is thirsty.
Hold him, Joe.
My donkey want water.
Hold him, Joe.
You better hide your daughter. living a king's life. Never make a pretty woman your wife. If you want to be happy living a king's life, never make a pretty woman your wife. All you got to do is just what I say, and then you will be jolly, merry, and gay. Therefore, from a logical point of view, always marry a woman uglier than you. A pretty woman makes her husband look small, and very often causes downfall. As soon as she married there, and then she starts to do the things that would ache his heart. And when you think that she's belonging to you, she's calling somebody else to do. Therefore, from a logical point of view, always marry a woman uglier than you. An ugly woman give you your meals on time and try to make you comfortable in mind. At nights when you lie in your cozy bed, she will coax, caress you and scratch your head, and not a minute in the night she will leave you alone. It seems she wants to melt the fat from your bones. Therefore, from a logical point of view, always marry a woman uglier than you. But if you make an ugly woman your wife, you can be sure you'll be happy in all your life. She will never do things in a funny way to allow the neighbors have anything to say. She wouldn't disregard her husband at all by exhibiting herself to Peter and Paul. Therefore, from a logical point of view, always marry a woman uglier than you. Matters not your friend said that you have no taste. Marry an ugly woman about this place. One who is cute, looking barbarous and rough, with her skin as alligator, bumpy and tough. Crow's feet, her mouth fall into her eyes. Around her lips a confirmation go tight. Therefore, from a logical point of view, it's best to marry a woman uglier than you.
Professor Carver is dead and gone. Mourn every Negro, mourn. Professor Carver is dead and gone. The deeds of great men naught can efface. He was an ornament to his race. For although born in adversity, he became the wizard of biology. His birth was humble and was obscure, even as to its true date he was not sure. For in those days there was no registration of the humble Negro population. Denied parental care and tuition, he still acquired a fine education and lived on to be subsequently the greatest authority on biology. His achievement is an indication of the Negro's further step in evolution, rising from total obscurity to the heights of intellectual sublimity. His transcendental merit entitles his name, being emblazoned on the highest pinnacle of fame. His glory will be consummated if by our children his life be emulated. With the Aristotelian philosophy, with Einstein's theory of relativity, Augustus' exposition on theology, and Newton's thesis on gravity, in fact with every great discovery, must be ranked his researches in biology. We bow in reverent appreciation to this illustrious Afro-American. I took my chick down to Rockaway. Last summer on a holiday. And when Gerald Clark Orchestra started to play, you can imagine how the girl started to break away. She said, Lord Invader, hold me tight. Jones, squeeze me with all your might. I don't care if they tell my mama how I went romancing with Lord Invader. Never forget that afternoon when I held her hand and started to croon. She gazed at me and started to cry as she had that strange look in her eye. She said, Lord Invader, hold me tight. Man, squeeze me with all your might. I don't care if they tell my mama how I went romancing with Lord Invader. Over his shoulder, she said, Invader, this is my neighbor. I answered, darling, you know them well. She said, I doesn't care if we go and tell. She said, Lord Invader, hold me tight. Squeeze me with all your might. I don't care if they tell my mama how I went romancing with Lord Invader. Was a real fine chick from good family. I treated her with the essence of courtesy. She said, I love you truly and so. Why should I care if the whole world knows? She said, Lord Invader, hold me tight. Squeeze me with all your might. I don't care if they tell my mama how I went romancing with Lord Invader. We lie down on the sun, listening to Gerald Clark and his band. She gazed at me loving and tenderly, while I live in contemplative ecstasy. She said, Lord Invader, hold me tight, man, squeeze me with all your might. I don't care if they tell my mama how I went romancing with Lord Invader.
Let us put men and women together to find out which one is smarter. Some say men, but I say no. Women got the men like lavabo.
Not me. It's the people that say that the men are leading the women astray. But I say that the women of today smarter than men in every way.
Ever since the world began, woman was always fooling man. And if you listen to Macbeth attentively, I'm going to show you how the women smarter than we.
Not me. It's the people that say that the men are leading the women astray. But I say that the women of today smarter than men in every way.
Samson was the strongest man long ago. No one could have beaten him, as we all know. And when he clashed with the woman on top the bed, she found out that the strength was in the hair of his head.
Not me. It's the people that say that the men are leading the women astray. But I say that the women of today smarter than men in every way.
I was treating a girl up at Separee, and listen how she used up, she brains on me. I was giving her my money all the time, and she was giving me shots with a friend of mine.
Not me. It's the people that say that the men are leading the women astray. But I say that the women of today smarter than men in every way.
If you capture a girl with a pretty dance, by taking her home you feel you got the chance. And when you take her home thinking she's alone, you open the door to find the next man home.
Not me. It's the people that say that the men are leading the women astray. But I say that the women of today smarter than men in every way.
Now listen how the woman will try to do when they know they get everything for you. They mean to tie their head and long their face and wait until you come to cry out headache.
Not me. It's the people that say that the men are leading the women astray, but I say that the women of today smarter than men in every way.
I was supporting a woman independently and she promised to make a baby for me. And when the baby born and I went to see, the eyes was blue, it was a Portuguese.
Not me. It's the people that say that the men are leading the women astray, but I say that the women of today smarter than men in every way.
Myself and my chick was eating bread. She took a comb and started to scratch my head. Me and my chick was once eating bread. She took a comb and started to scratch my head. In a romantic way, she then held me tight. Held on to my top lip and give me a bite. I asked her, darling, why you flicking me? She said, you fool, you don't need glasses to see. I then asked her the reason why. She gazed into my eyes and began to cry. And she started to roll all over instead. I saw her eyes was getting so red. And like a rustler, she had me in a clinch. Kissed me on my cheek and give me a pinch. I asked her, baby, why you pinch me? She said, you fool, you don't need glasses to see. I lie down on the bed, very cool and calm. She took her head and placed it on my right arm. And she told me indeed, dearie honey, you know I love you sincerely. Yes, I was getting on, as though I didn't care. She took a feather and started tickling my hair. I asked her, baby, why you tickle me? She said, you fool, you don't need glasses to see. She then got up and turned off the light. She said, invader, it's trouble in here tonight. She locked the door and she hit the key. She said, honey, you know you're torturing me. I made a move to go. She said, not a foot. She grabbed me in my collar and gave me a foot. I asked her, baby, why you putting me? She said, you fool, you don't need glasses to see.
Macomé, you have me bazodi, any more shots, give me Malcadi. Macomé, you have me bazodi, any more shots, give me Malcadi. Just because me blouse ain't longer, me pants ain't dressing with a waist by me shoulders. You wait until I went out on a X, last evening and you bring your saga in me house romancing. Fan me saga boys, fan me. I said fan me saga boys, fan me. Long live our gracious king, but I kiss me saga boy Christmas morning. Hook, line and sinker, she came in and she kumana. Wake up, Mr. Clark. You said I'm wrong, but you do not know. Don't blame me neighbors, but they didn't tell me so. I had my idea and decided to lay me trap, play me attack, and they wait in the back. I heard a knocking, I saw him entering, the lights went low. I heard a whispering, there was no earthquake, but the place was shaking. You then light the lamp and you began singing this fan me saga boy. I said, fan me saga boy, fan me. Long live our gracious king, gotta kiss me saga boy Christmas morning. And fishes bowl, then bowl is fish. hole near the bed, in the partition, is where again my observation. He lock your neck and you're made to grasp a foot. He kiss you in your eyes and you give up the ghost. He lock your neck a second time again, made you content. Promise him a fighter plane in the heat of the battle, made a right about. He mash your cons and you were done well knocked out. Fan me, saga boy, fan me. I said, oh, fan me, saga boy, fan me. Long live our gracious king, but a kiss me, saga boy, Christmas morning. La da da, la da da, la da da. I also saw, though you say I lie when you hear the facts, sure you can't deny. Same whole truish again observation. I even noticed some naval actions, because I saw him with his destroyer while you were getting ready with your minesweeper. He shot a torpedo at your ship and missed, but dropped his bombs in your captain's office. Fan me, saga boy, hook, line and sing. Fan me, saga boy, don't stop at all. Long live our gracious king, but a kiss me, saga boy, Christmas morning.